Washington Wizards. It has not been a good couple of weeks on or off the court. The deal is falling apart in Virginia. We talked about that off the top of the show. And now we talk about the on the floor, Anthony. And I got news for everybody. It's not any better. They have now tied a franchise record, 16 straight losses. I don't know how much you watched, Anthony, but I was working on some stuff last night. Wizards had a nice 20-point lead, took a step away from the TV, what it felt like, just a step. And next thing you know, the Magic are right back in it. What are we doing, bro?
I was telling my friend about the Wizards, and he said this is no longer my team. He's too embarrassed to watch the Wizards because, again, like you said, we were up 21. There's no reason for us to have lost that game. And it's sort of kind of like what happened 2 nights ago, I guess. Well, from an offensive standpoint, like we had an amazing offensive first half, and then in the second half, the Wolves just fell off. Like offensively couldn't do anything, defensively couldn't get a stop. And, yeah, I don't know. I think we just got to be able to put together a full 48 minutes together, because that first half, man, they had me. They had me thinking we
had
were
him in
going
the
to
first
snap
half.
this streak. We had him in the first half.
And then it all went terribly wrong now, didn't it? I mean, the Wizards, David Aldridge joined us at 5 o'clock. If you missed that, I mean, obviously always worth listening to the Hall of Famer, but, like, he nailed it. You don't need to be in the Hall of Fame as a writer and an analyst to nail this. Like, the Wizards are so bad defensively. It's a joke. And, some of it is just the personnel is this despicably bad. And this is where, like, I get kind of, I don't know how hard I want to go here. I get irritated, I'll put it that way, by Wizards fans who hype up Deni Avdija as, like, some superstar in the making. Just because he's the best defender on your team or one of the best defenders on your team doesn't mean he's actually good. Like, he's fine defensively. And, he gets a lot of tough defensive assignments. And that's why the Wizards are bad. The Wizards are bad because Deni Avdija, this isn't Denny's fault. It's not Deni Avdija's fault that he's Deni Avdija. It's the Wizards' fault that they don't have anyone better. And I don't know how much they really care right now, because wins and losses are somewhat irrelevant at this point in a rebuild. And I'm sure some people might be like, well, you can't build this bad of habits. Like, there's only so bad you can be. There'll be long-term consequences. And I would tell you to go look at the Philadelphia 76ers, who were abysmally bad. And you don't know how much it mattered once they got Joel Embiid rolling? Zippy. Not a damn bit. Because there's so few players that are here right now that are going to be here when they're good. It's like Bilal, Corey, maybe. Poole, maybe. And that's it. And if Poole can keep playing like this, maybe by the trade deadline next year, someone will take a flyer on him as a sixth man that's a competitor and give you a first-round pick for him. He's averaging 22, 24 a game. Sweet. So I think that this is like, but it is like frustrating to just not feel like you have any answers. I will say the person who's probably getting hurt here is Brian Keefe. You can't make a real great case to be the interim coach or go from interim coach to full coach if you just lose all the time and you can't figure out some kind of way to play a modicum of defense. And then from a lineup standpoint, I thought Ava Wallace, I commend Ava. Because last night, we have this clip. Do you ever question in it too, Anthony?
Yeah. Question
okay.
in there.
This is Ava last night asking what is absolutely not a dumb question. Oh, sorry, that's miscommunication. No fines. No fines. You have it in the folder. I thought you had it. What, do you have it in front of you? Because I don't see it in the folder. That could be a fine on you. Oh, Keefe on Tyus and Poole playing together? That one?
Yes.
Okay. Here's Ava asking not a dumb question.
Jordan, in overtime, if Jordan is running point, why have Tyus out there with him instead of Corey?
Tyus is the guy who organizes. Tyus is the one who gets us into the sets we want. We trust all of our players, but Tyus is our organizer, our team. We always feel comfortable getting us in the sets we want. Corey played a great game. It's nothing against one or the other. But he's the guy who settles us down, makes sure we're organized. He's been doing that for us all year, so we trust him to do that.
And you've won 9 games, and I love Tyus Jones. I think on a good team with very different personnel than the Wizards, Tyus Jones is the kind of piece that helps you, like, low-key win a championship. You put Tyus Jones on, God, I'm trying to think. Like, you put Tyus Jones on the Wolves, who definitely were interested in him at the deadline. He's the kind of organizing piece that makes sure that Cat and Anthony Edwards are getting their shots and can get you pick and roll buckets with Rudy Gobert. Like, there's a lot of good stuff that Tyus Jones does that works really well there. Here, he's a small guard who's going to get picked on in crunch time, and you already have one of those on the floor, meaning it's harder to hide the both of them. And so whether it's Corey Kispert, who's got more positional size and is a better defender and more shooting, or Johnny Davis even, who's like plus minus has actually been good the last couple of weeks, even though he doesn't, or a couple of games, even though he hasn't really done a lot offensively. Like he's playing some defense. Get him out there for the size. Like he's been playing well with Jordan Poole. I know winning doesn't really matter, but like it'd be cool if they tried. And it just doesn't feel like they're doing the things that they need to do to try. And whether it's Tyus managing his whatever desires or Jordan and his, like they've lost 16 straight. At this point, nobody gets to say anything. Do the right thing. And it's very frustrating to watch. So this is my question for everyone on the phones at 301-230-0980. Is have you lost any faith in the overall process seeing this 16-game losing streak? Let's go to Aries Tony. Tony, what's up? You're on the Hoffman Show.
Hey, Craig, how you doing? Yes, I have lost all faith because this is pathetic. I mean, really, I thought we was going to be a little more better than that with Jordan Poole and Kuzma and everything. I know this is supposed to be a rebuild and reset and everything else, but golly, 9 games, we're not better than that. You know, from this point on, for real, I'll just evaluate the younger players. Bilal belongs in the G League for right now. I don't think he should be out there right now. I think they need to put him in the G League, let him develop there. If he shows some improvement, then bring him back. But, you know, showcase some of the other players and everything. And you was correct about Denny Alvia. He's not that player. Remember, he scored 43 points. Everybody got hyped and said, "Oh Lord, he's coming out. He's finally going to be the player that we thought he was." Now look at him. Now he went back to his shell. So it's totally pathetic and everything. You know what, Craig? For next year, everybody's on the trade block. Everybody. I just thought because it's not worth it. I mean, this is totally pathetic. Even Charlotte looks better than them since they made the trade.
Yeah,
they made their trades.
Yeah, I mean, it is pathetic. Tony, thanks for the call. Do I disagree with or agree with everything Tony said? No, Bilal doesn't need to go to the G League. I think he looks tired. I think Bilal could use a week off. He's hitting the rookie wall, and he's hit it hard. And unfortunately for him, he's the best defender they have. So, like, he's kind of got to go out there and chutzpah up and get it out there in front of a Giannis, get out there in front of a Paolo Banchero. Like, and he's learning on the job. And this is the luxury they have that they don't care about this season, that they can do that. But also, like, it's a lot on that kid, man. It's really hard. And, you know, Denny's a good player, but he's not some superstar in the waiting. Like, when he's your second best defender, you're bad. And the responsibility that he's being asked, like, that's the problem is, like, these guys aren't bad basketball players. They're heinously overstretched at the moment. Some of these guys are good players, but every single guy is being asked to do more than he should do on a winning team because they don't have the top-end talent, which you were hoping that Poole could be that guy maybe. You were wondering if Kuz would take another step, but, like, Kuz is in his late 20s. I like Kuz a lot. If I was a winning team, I'd want Kyle Kuzma. I cannot believe someone did not give up more than what Dallas was willing to at the deadline. I can't believe there weren't more offers for him. He's the exact kind of guy that belongs on multiple teams right now that are trying to win. But he likes it here. And so, you know, there wasn't like a crazy offer and he chose to stay, which I don't, see what options exist in the summer. Let's go to Big Tony. Big Tony, thanks for calling. You're on the Hoffman Show.
What's going on, fellas? Hey, Craig, look here. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but you got to check out NBA TV, the thing on the Iceman, George Gervin, the thing on the Rain Man with Sean Kemp and Gary Payton, and the thing on with the Mailman. They run them back to back to back. If you ain't seen it, look it up on NBA TV. It's the must. You can't miss that.
Okay.
Trust me. But look here. I'm a Spurs fan. So I was used to winning championships, and then we started after Kawhi left, we started losing and losing and losing, and now we hanging out with y'all in Detroit and all them. Dude, I feel your pain. I was watching the game last night. I was like, oh, they have 20? I'm gonna go watch the other game. I come back, it's 15, 12, 9, 5, 3. The Bama's is up. I'm like, oh snap, dude. Like you said, I don't know how somebody ain't take Kuzma and Poole. Just let him keep doing what he got to do. And like Eric Tony said, my man, Trey, everybody's on the block. I mean, I don't even know if this is a rebuild, Slim. You just got to just put a match in it, man. Call the insurance people and say somebody burnt the joint down. You don't know who did it, but somebody did it, man. Blow the whole. And like you said, the coach, he getting a bum shake, man, because dude, they ain't got no. I mean, they play defense like Linnell was trying to cover Anthony that day. I mean, damn, dude.
Now that's how we know you're a big fan of the show, Tony. We're up against the clock, but I appreciate you calling in.
Take it easy, babe.
And lucky you're a Spurs fan. You have Wemby, so it's not exactly the same pain. Also, you've got 5 championships in the last 25 years. The Wizards haven't won 50 games since 1979.
What's up, kiddos? It's your boy Clinton Yates from ESPN. It's the Hoffman Show on the Team 980. Tell your mama I said what's up.